Most people believe self-discipline is about strength. They think disciplined people wake up feeling powerful, motivated, and ready to conquer the day. That's not true. In reality, disciplined people wake up tired, distracted, and unmotivated just like everyone else. The difference is not how they feel. The difference is what they don't rely on. They don't rely on motivation. Motivation is emotional. It depends on mood, sleep, confidence, and energy. That's why it disappears the moment life gets uncomfortable. You've felt this before. You plan to wake up early. You plan to study. You plan to work on yourself. And then, you didn't. Not because you're lazy. Not because you're weak. But because motivation is unstable. Most people don't fail because they lack discipline. They fail because they expect discipline to come from willpower. Willpower is limited. Every decision you make drains it. What to wear. What to eat. When to start. How long to work. By the time you reach the important task, your brain is already exhausted. This is where discipline collapses. Highly disciplined people understand one brutal truth. The brain avoids effort by default. So instead of fighting the brain, they stop giving it choices. They don't ask themselves, should I work today? That question never exists. And because the question doesn't exist, resistance doesn't exist either. This is why discipline looks effortless from the outside. But what you're seeing isn't motivation. You're seeing structure. Most people try to force discipline. Disciplined people remove friction. That's the secret no one talks about. Real discipline is not exciting. It doesn't feel heroic. It feels repetitive. And that's exactly why it works. A system is simply a repeated behavior tied to a fixed trigger. No emotion required. For example, wake up, sit at the desk. Sit at the desk, open the same file. Open the file, work for 10 minutes. That's it. No big goals. No inspirational quotes. No pressure to be perfect. Most people fail because they design their lives for their best days. Disciplined people design for their worst days. When energy is low, systems still run. When motivation is gone, systems still work. This is why successful people protect their routines fiercely. Not because they're obsessed with productivity, but because routines remove thinking. Thinking creates resistance. Structure removes it. Look closely at disciplined people. They eat similar meals. They work in the same place. They start at the same time. This isn't boring by accident. It's boring by design. Every repeated action saves mental energy. And saved energy gets invested where it matters. Discipline isn't about doing more. It's about deciding less. When your day is predictable, your progress becomes inevitable. The problem isn't that you lack discipline. The problem is your life has too many decisions. Most people wait to feel like a disciplined person before acting. That's backward. Action comes first. Identity follows. Every small consistent action sends a message to your brain. This is who I am. Not someday. Now. Disciplined people don't say, I'm trying to be disciplined. They say nothing. They just repeat the same actions daily. Consistency builds trust with yourself. And self-trust is more powerful than motivation. When you trust yourself to show up, starting becomes easy. That's when discipline stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like alignment. Fast change feels exciting. Slow change feels boring. That's why most people choose fast and fail. Slow progress compounds quietly. 10 minutes a day looks useless until it becomes a habit. Disciplined people play the long game. They don't ask, how fast can I change? They ask, how long can I continue? Sustainable systems beat extreme effort every time. If your system is too intense, you won't last. If it's simple, you'll outgrow everyone. This is how real transformation happens. The final step is mental. Stop seeing discipline as force. Start seeing it as design. You are not broken. You are unstructured. When structure enters your life, clarity follows. Discipline stops being painful. Because it stops being personal. It's no longer about proving something. It's about following a system. And systems don't judge. They just run. When you understand this, discipline becomes quiet. Effort becomes minimal. Progress becomes inevitable. Stop trying to become disciplined. Design a life where discipline happens automatically.